So I've been taking some time to explore and learn about the T-72B3 and Steel Beast in the last few days, which I want to showcase to you guys. And most of you know the T-72 is an iconic tank for the Warsaw Pact, which I've covered previously in Gun Heat PC. It's low profile, it has a carousel autoloader which is proven to be disastrous when you get hit, but it has a pretty straightforward fire control system with the TPD-K1 gun sights and with the laser rangefinder that a simple conscript can use. And so instead of throwing it out and leaving it for scrap, the T-72 did get quite a few updates that has proven to be useful to this day. And so in this video today, I'm going to be exploring the latest T-72B3 variant, and I'm going to play a quick mission that involves the latest T-72. And my name is Fan Fantasy, and I cover tactical and immersive games, so if you enjoy this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. In the older variant of the T-72M or the M1, we have the TPD-K1 as the primary sights, which is integrated with the laser rangefinder and an 8x magnification. Simply use the red circle to laze and to get the accurate range and then fire. What was different from the older T-series tanks was that it had a built-in system where it will adapt to the current ammunition, whether it's heat, sable, or HE. There are some limitations to the older T-72s where there is no built-in systems to calculate the lead of a target. Instead, you'll have to use your own calculation and judgment on a moving target. In terms of night vision capabilities, well, let's just say that it's not the best, especially if you're fighting against M60A3s or the M1. The T-72 is equipped with the TPN14923, which sounds like a lot of numbers, but it's a first generation night vision device, and in order for it to be effective, it requires the Luna 2 infrared spotlights, which in my opinion is very terrible because those lights can give away positions before you know it. So yeah, using the T-72 at night is not ideal. So with all that being said, what are some notable upgrades to the T-72? Well, the most recent T-72 variant is the T-72B3. Most of us here are probably familiar with the older variant, but I want to talk more about these upgrades and how they pretty much expanded on what already existed on the T-72 and how it's implemented in Steel Beast Pro, which I really love about this game is that you can actually interact with a tank. And so the T-72B3 comes with an improved fire control system with better ballistic computer systems to calculate the lead of the targets, better sensors, and even thermals. And that's right, you heard it. It even comes with thermals, which is a game changer for the T-72. The thermals, also known as Sosna-U, if I'm saying that correctly in Russian, is quite a unique thermal imaging system. What's unique about this is that the thermal sights and the day sights are independent of each other, as you can see in this gameplay where the thermal monitor is just right below, which you can interact with in Steel Beast. Another feature of the thermals is that it can actually automatically track targets and it will calculate everything. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate the thermal systems on the T-72B3 here, but before we do that, the box in front of me is basically, you can switch to round type. So right now it is set to saber rounds, and next to it is HE on the left, and then K is heat rounds, and then N, or what looks like an N, is coaxial machine gun, and then you got the ATGMs that looks like a Y, but for the sake of our target we're going to switch to heat rounds, so the K, and right in front of us is an M13 or PC, and so I'm going to press V to load our rounds. There are times when I forget to load it. So right now it is ready to fire, and we'll fire our heat round, and on the way, and target destroyed. And looks like there are 3 tanks identified. 2 of them are moving. Let's get the moving one on the far right. So let's zoom in. Let's load our saber round. Press V again to load it. Good thing we're not in a rush to kill these targets. So right now it's tracking. And let's get a lock, and on the way, and target destroyed. And let's get this one, so it can still track them if it's slightly behind the bushes or trees, so that's a good thing. Let's get a target locked and on the way, and target destroyed. Look at that, start flying. Nice. Cool thing about this is it can actually track enemy infantry as well too. So right now you can see it. I'm gonna try to get it focused. Right there. Switch to our machine gun and firing now. And looks like they're suppressed. One of them's down. And there you go. And yeah, you can also adjust the settings of them, which are useful in different settings and all that too. Another important feature that I want to highlight is the ATGM missiles that can be used and controlled by the T-72, which is the ATGM 9M119, also known as the AT-11 sniper missile, and it works well with the thermal systems. The earliest variant of the ATGM missile was actually in the T-72B in 1985, and I'm not sure if we're going to get those in Gunner Heat PC with the Soviets, but it'll definitely be interesting to see that. So the effective range is about 5 kilometers, which is quite far with the ATGM, and it is a sack-class system. So we're gonna be playing as the gunner, and we spotted a tank. And I'm gonna switch to our ATGM. Let's zoom in further, load that round in. I'm gonna try to get it focused. Right there, and there you go, ready to fire and on the way. So I'm gonna have to track it. It's not really a fire forget, so I'm gonna hold it right there and target destroyed. Should expect an enemy helo. Oh, there it is. And so I do have to dump the lead. Now let's dump it. Now it's set back to 0, and now it's tracking and on the way. And tracking. Oh, this is hard because it's flying. And almost there. It's gonna hit the tail. There you go. And helicopter down. Nice. So I think it is possible to use your day sights to track. I'm gonna try it. So lasing it and on the way. There you go. Target. And that target was about less than 2,000 meters. So should be fine. And that's it. And so those are the highlights that I want to show you guys about the T-72B3, and of course there are a lot of things that are improved over the years, such as the engine, the gun, the reactive armors and such, but for now and for the sake of the video, I want to show you guys the T-72B3 in action, and I put together a really quick mission. I basically edit this mission to put the B3s in. And so our mission is pretty straightforward. We're going to be crossing to phase line red, blue, and green into objective steel. Our objective is to occupy this objective right here, but between us and the objective are PCs and tanks. And so we're going to be destroying them and make our way to objective steel. So pretty straightforward and simple, just to showcase to you guys the B3, which is a pretty cool upgrade of the T-72. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to march past phase line red. But right here should be fine. Normal speed is okay as well too. And we'll switch over to the commander's view for a better viewing of our B3. And you'll notice is that we do have the woodland camouflage scheme with our B3, and in my opinion it looks pretty awesome and definitely looks more Western than Russian with it. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. And that's one of the cool features of steel bases, that you can change the camouflage. But this is the Op 4 skin, so yeah, I've chosen it because it looks pretty unique with it. And I'm going to switch over to our gunner's station, turn on the reticles, and let's use the thermals because there's a valley right below us. And I'm going to use it to scan. You can actually change the settings as well too to get a better contrast of your targets. So far, there isn't much. Oh, I do see something right there. Let's keep an eye on it. Right there. Yep, that is a tank. Let's get a better focus. Right there should be fine. Alright, Sable and firing now. Let's load our ATGM. Yeah, he's still active. And for the sake of this video and gameplay, we're gonna use the ATGM. And firing now. Good thing it's not moving unless it moves in the last few seconds. Just leave it like this. And target destroyed. Look at that turret flying. Nice. That could be a T-80, but who knows. And let's load our Sable and continue our route. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go off-road by going straight, and then we're going to form into a line. And let's widen our formation as well too. We don't want to be too close. Okay, so I think this is good. So what we're going to do before we cross into phase line blue is that we're going to move up. But right here, we're going to use the high ground as cover. And because we don't know what's below right here, so we're going to try to be a little bit cautious as we're going to be passing through phase line blue. Our speed, top speed, because we're in an open area. And let's keep it in a line formation as well too. And so yeah, one of the things that the T-72B3 reminds me of is my old PC. And the reason why I say that is because I didn't really know how to build one back then. And so I just kept upgrading the GPU and the RAM and all that stuff to the point where it could barely run any modern day games. And so that's when I decided to just build a new one anyways. But yeah, the T-72 is still relevant because of the thermals. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I guess you can say it's pretty relevant. And we're gonna keep scanning. So far there's nothing yet. And we could probably use day sights once we spot any targets up ahead. But we need, oh, there's something over there. And it looks like 2 tanks, might be a full tank platoon. Let's get a lock on this guy. And on the way, target destroyed. Nice. There's 1 more or 2 on the left. Can we get a lock on him? Not getting a lock yet. Oh, there he is. And on the way. I think he is. Yep, he's close. There's 1 more tank. See if we can find him. Pretty sure he was on the left somewhere. But yeah, the thermals are definitely helpful right here at this point. There he is. Just right behind the tree. Can we get him? Oh, we took a hit, but we're okay for now. Alright, looks like our other tanks got him. And yep, 3 tanks destroyed. So we're gonna keep moving up ahead. So far, no casualties on our end. I'm concerned about over here. Could be PCs along that tree line on the left side. And yep, our tanks are engaging. Where is he? Yep, that tree line over there. BTR. Shouldn't be a problem. Get a heat rounds. Yeah, he should be dead. Yep, there you go. Okay, got our heat rounds. So right up there was the most recent engagement. And it looks like they were T-72s. But thankfully, we had the thermals to spot them ahead. So what we're going to do now, since we are pushing this hill up here, we're going to move to the left. We might close in our formation because I don't want them to be stuck on trees. And let's do our thermals again. Oh, there's something. Yep. What is that? Let's get a heat and firing now. Oh yeah, that heat hit the tree. But yep, there are 2 targets right up ahead. But yeah, we can definitely confirm there are 2 targets to our left flank. So that's something that we do need to watch out for. Shoot, something took a hit. What was that? That doesn't look good. Alright, so one of the tanks did engage the target. Yeah, I'm not sure what that could be. Could be a PC or a light vehicle or something. Alright, so yeah, that was a T-80 that one of our B3s did destroy, which is good. I'm not sure what's on the left. Could that be? Alright, I think he's gone, so I'm not tracking him on my map anymore. Alright, so there's an enemy tank to the front. T-80. Target. Did we get him? Nope, he's still up. And he looks like he's moving back. And firing now. Target. Come on, come on, come on. Wanna lose him. Oh, jeez. Okay, we got PCs now. Oh, shoot. Oh, my goodness. That Mayuka hit us. Okay, our stab is gone. Let's switch to our next vehicle. Alright, so unfortunately our first vehicle is tracked, but we're gonna use our second vehicle to engage. There we go, target destroyed. Yep. So could be one more. Another PC. Where is he? Oh, he's right there. Yeah, we're using HE rounds. I don't know why it's indexed to that, but there you go. Target. Whew, okay, well, that was quite a surprise. We had like BMPs as we're engaging the T-80 right behind us. So yeah, we did lose one of our tanks. Let me check his damage. Alright, so checking our first tank. It's not too bad. He only lost his radio and he's only tracked. So the crew inside should be fine, but we're gonna continue to fight. And we're gonna switch to our other section and we're gonna continue to fight the good fight. And let's move into a column. Alright, so we're closing into our objective right now, and could be more targets up ahead, we don't know. And I'm gonna switch over to the gunner's view right here and probably use day sights for now. And gonna scan. Oh shoot, there is a tank. That is a T-80 and we have HE. Oh, shoot, okay. Switch to our next unit. Come on, load disable. There he is. Come on. Yep, he's still alive. Closing in and target. Reload. Oh my goodness, he's still up. I think the crew got injured or something. And firing now. Alright, there you go. We destroyed the T-80, but unfortunately we did lose our other T-72B3. Yeah, rest in peace. But we're gonna keep fighting, gonna keep going up to the objective. But yeah, this guy took like 3 sable rounds or something like that. Good thing we got him. Alright, so we should be approaching objective steel, and there's something to our right. I'm gonna tell them to fire anyways. It's like a BMP. And victory! Not too bad. Total kills 13, 1 loss. I think the only loss that was registered was the last T-72 that we just got wrecked by the T-80. But yeah, not too bad overall. The T-72B3 is a fun tank to drive around and to shoot with. It's also unique to Steel Beast Pro, which I encourage you guys to check it out if you haven't already. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe for more. I'll be doing more Steel Beast missions in the near future, so stay tuned for that and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'll see you in my next video.